Sam, and we created a mural just to focus on the immigration problem that is surrounding us in the Queens community today, and we wanted to raise awareness and integrate the community as a whole.
My name is Maura.
My name is Wilson.
And my name is Kristen.
So the first issue that we are tackling is the issue that a lot of immigrants come here, and especially to Queens, and some of them feel like they have no outlet or no one to talk to, or just no way to be heard, which can cause them to, isolate themselves and just to not be happy in general. So that issue stems from a bigger issue of the loss of home and identity that a lot of immigrants come through when migrating to America and trying to settle down and integrate into society. The first issue, the loss of home, is because they're in a whole new place, whether that be living off campus or on campus, is completely different from where they came. And we're trying to make them feel more welcome by giving them an outlet to talk to other people. And also the loss of identity that they go through, which is not really knowing who they are anymore in a sense, because they come here, they don't know the cultural norms, they don't speak the same language. There's a lot of barriers that they have to overcome that kind of make you as a person. So our goal is to help them get over those barriers and better integrate into society.
The first way that we are doing that is through the use of this poster board, which we're going to have hanging up in the lobby of Trexler, so that students can pass by and they can look at these questions that we've written up here, and they can post their responses on sticky notes up here on the whiteboard. The second thing is this flyer, which we're going to be handing out alongside this poster board of Trexler. It's going to advertise weekly meetings with guest speakers to come and lead those. The first person we reached out to was Alyssa, who's a political science major. She's very involved. She has a lot of passion about the topic. So we thought she would be a pretty good fit. The second person was Emerita, who is an immigrant. She's been through all of this in her own experience, and she has a lot of knowledge on how it is to actually go through these processes that we're talking about.
It's also important, piggybacking off of what Wilson said earlier, and the fact that they are losing their home and identity, that we understand not only from, in the sense of policy, but also literature that we learned in Shishko's class. So for example, on the board we have different quotes posted from the readings that we have read, and it focuses primarily on the loss of home and identity. And we hope that literature is a way that the Queens community can kind of relate to this, and as they walk by and read, then they'll care more about it as well. So for example, no one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark, and that just focuses on the fact that these citizens, or these immigrants rather, are forced out of their home. They have no other choice because they're either leaving a dangerous situation that's just unbearable to live in, and it's important that we understand that and integrate with them and help them integrate into the community, because they're all alone. They lose their family, they lose their home, and they're often stripped of their identity as well and everything that they know. It's important for Queens students specifically to be aware of this, because as you can see, we're very ethnic diversity on campus. So only half of us are white at Queens. Everyone else is very diverse, and we do have a lot of immigrants and international students on campus. And it's important that everyone is aware of the statistics and the policy that is happening right now. So over the past 45 years, immigration has actually tripled, and it continues to rise. Ultimately, we are a nation of immigrants, as we have studied and learned in Professor Common's class as well, and there's no changing that. So as a community, we really need to be educated on policy and understand our duty as citizens as well. And we need to escape these stereotypes that we often involve ourselves with. So we have also posted just stats and different numbers involving the policy and the laws. And we need to realize that not all immigrants are illegal. So by understanding the policy, we can actually advocate for change. And it's also important to note that like how policy will affect or shape the way that we respond to integration and actually helping citizens and advocating for what is right. And we can really, as citizens of the community, educate others as well and create a pathway to citizenship and a new home for these immigrants or international students.
Okay, so why we are doing this is not only to integrate students around the Queens community, but also to create awareness. We understand that the news and papers are all like over the place when it comes to talking about certain subjects, and they may leave out or completely just not talk about certain topics. So we wanted to do this to create awareness for the Queens community. So our audience for our integrative assignment are the international and immigrant population on our Queens community. We mainly targeted students who are political science majors or people majoring in other languages or international studies. We felt like these people would have more of a wanting to come to these meetings or to share their stories or even to learn. We did this basically for all the immigrants and all the international students to be heard. We want them to express their stories and basically use this as an outlet for a therapeutic way of letting it out and being able to talk about what they've gone through, their experiences, or like how policy has changed their lives. We also did this so that we could make a learning opportunity for other students who were born in the United States or who have really no idea that this is going on in our community today.
So overall, we just hope that the Queens community can really integrate with immigrants and international students, and we avoid the settlement clusters that we have learned about and studied in Professor Collins' class. And we just hope to use these literature quotes and all of the statistics that we have learned about and raise awareness, and we hope that everyone will take advantage of the group meetings that we will be holding, not only as a therapeutic outlet, but as a way for everyone to be educated and then to really make a difference within the community.